GRE versus GMAT. This has to be one of the most requested topics over the years, especially since the time universities started accepting GRE scores for MBA applications. Earlier, the bifurcation was straightforward. GRE for MS, GMAT for MBA. MS applicants still go for GRE, but MBA applicants now have a choice between GRE and GMAT. Which entrance exam should you choose, GRE or GMAT? How do you go about deciding? Is one easier than the other? Do schools prefer GRE or GMAT? Welcome back to my channel. I am Madhuri, your go-to girl for all things MBA and beyond. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss any future videos. From an eligibility perspective, both tests can get you into an MBA program. But that does not mean that they are identical in how they are perceived by B schools or how they fit into your preparation journey. In today's video, I'll help you understand what the GMAT and GRE exams actually test, key differences between both the exams that matter for you, how schools evaluate GMAT and GRE scores, and by the end of this video, you'll hopefully have your answer to which exam is better suited for you. Let's get started. GRE stands for Graduate Record Examinations. It is owned and administered by ETS, which is Educational Testing Service, and used for admissions into graduate and business schools worldwide. GMAT stands for Graduate Management Admissions Test. It is owned and administered by GMAC, which is Graduate Management Admission Council. As the name suggests, GMAT is specifically designed for management or business school admissions. If you're clear that you want to go for a non-MBA course, then your choice is clear, GRE. But if you're aiming for MBA, then the factors that I'll be discussing next will matter more to you. At first glance, this might seem like a simple comparison between two standardized tests. But as someone who has worked with MBA applicants across different profiles and stages of preparation, I can tell you that choosing between the GMAT and GRE has a direct impact on your preparation strategy, your confidence during the application process, and in some cases, even how your profile is perceived. Let's dive into specific factors to understand these exams better and how they would fit into your journey. Both GMAT and GRE evaluate quantitative ability, verbal reasoning, and analytical thinking. However, the way they test these skills is slightly different. GRE has 5 sections, 2 verbal, 2 quant, and 1 dummy section, which is not considered in your final score. The caveat is that you won't know which section is the dummy one. Very sneaky of ETS, right? GMAT, on the other hand, has 3 sections, 1 verbal, 1 quant, and 1 data interpretation. Both exams are adaptive, but in different ways. GRE is section adaptive, GMAT is question adaptive. Let me explain. In GRE, your performance in each section determines the difficulty level of the next section. Usually the first section is of moderate difficulty, and if you perform well, the second section will be harder, and that will help you gain a higher score. Within a section, there is no question by question adaptiveness. So your performance on one question won't affect the next question that you will see on the screen. GMAT is opposite. Your performance in one section doesn't impact the difficulty level of the next section. However, your performance on one question will determine what difficulty level question you will see next. So all 3 sections adjust the difficulty of questions in real time based on your performance. Watch this video to learn more about the details of the GMAT focus exam format. In GRE, because you are having like question by question performance is not adaptive, you can move forward and backward through questions, skip questions, and edit answers within a section. Once you submit that section, there is no going back. GMAT adapts based on your performance per question, so it cannot allow for 100% freedom within the section. However, the focus edition that's been in effect for the past 2 years allows you to change up to 3 answers per section, making the adaptation slightly less rigid, although the overall structure still remains adaptive. GRE exam is for 1 hour 58 minutes. GMAT is 2 hours 15 minutes. Both test scores are available right away on the screen as soon as you end the exam. However, the official test score reports take a few days to be available on the portal. Both scores are valid for a period of 5 years. GRE is open to all ages, but GMAT can only be taken as early as 13 years of age. And anyone who's under the age of 18 might need parental consent for writing both the tests. GRE allows you to send your score for free to 4 schools, and GMAT allows you to send it to 5 schools. Beyond that, there is a charge for each official score report that is requested to be sent to each school. GRE costs around $220 in most parts of the world, and GMAT costs around $275 for test centers and $300 for at home. And there's additional costs for rescheduling and cancelling and all of that. Now let's understand how these exams are viewed by business schools. There are some subtle differences in the way business schools perceive GMAT and GRE scores. GMAT has been traditionally used for MBA admissions, so schools have more historical data to benchmark GMAT scores. This makes GMAT slightly easier to interpret in the context of classroom readiness. GRE scores sometimes require more contextual understanding, especially for programs that are highly competitive. So while both tests are accepted, your score still needs to demonstrate academic readiness and competitiveness within the applicant pool. Based on the first three factors we discussed, which was exam format, section, and the question adaptability and flexibility of navigating through the questions, GMAT is often considered more application oriented because it focuses on data interpretation, logical reasoning, and decision making under time pressure. GRE in comparison places relatively more emphasis on vocabulary, reading comprehension, and academic style problem solving. At a high level, you can think of it this way. GMAT tests how you apply concepts in a business context. GRE tests how you reason in an academic context. Considering all the factors that we discussed today, think about which exam is more aligned with your strengths, your goals, and your overall application strategy. I would love to know which exam you are opting for, so please vote on the poll linked below. If you have any doubts, questions, concerns about GRE versus GMAT or your master's journey in general, you can share them in the comments, and you can also share requests or suggestions on any other topic that you would like me to create a video on. You can connect with me on Instagram and LinkedIn as well. Preferably Instagram if you want me to respond to you in a faster manner if you send me a message. Don't forget to hit the like button, share this with your friends who are also charting their path for MBA, and subscribe to my channel for all things MBA and beyond. Let's make the channel reach 25k soon. Thank you for watching.